Hello, so in this very quick video I'm going to be taking you through an overview of OneNote as far as how to get started using it, how to create a notebook, how to share a notebook, and some of the features inside of the notebook. OneNote is part of the Office 365 set of tools, and it's an app that I use pretty much every day. I've made it part of my workflow, not just for work but also for my personal life, and I'm quite passionate about it. So I just want to share this with you guys to see if you find it useful and maybe find some really creative ways to use it as well. So I'm just going to get started with creating a notebook. So in order to do that, we're going to go to File, and then we're going to be going to New, and then I'm just going to create a demo notebook for this purpose. Okay. So after you enter the name in and click on the Create Notebook button, you're going to get this prompt asking you whether you want to invite people or whether you just want to use it for yourself. So right now I'm not going to invite to anybody. However, if I have a notebook that I want to share that's already been created, all that I have to do is click on that notebook like I'm doing here, go to File, and then go to Share. And then from here you can enter email addresses. You can change the different settings, so whether you want the individuals to be able to edit or just view. And then you can also just share a link. Again, you can create a view link or an edit link. Here within the notebook, we have these sections. You can create as many sections as you need. So here I have 1, 2, 3 sections, and you can rename them just by right-clicking on this. So I'm just going to name this Jose's Work, Daily Routine. Pretty much, for whatever purpose you would need it. And then within the sections, you then have the individual pages. So I have these pages that you can see here on the right side. And by the way, all of these videos that I'm doing, they're just based on OneNote Office 2016. There is a Windows 10 version, but I'm not going to be covering that in this case. It does look a little bit different, but all the functionality is pretty much the same. So you can have these pages, and within the pages you can start typing anywhere. So I can start typing here, and then I can move over here, and so on. So it's not like a Word document where it kind of restricts you to the area of the page where you can type. And then the other thing that you can do as well is that you can then create subpages. So if I have a series of pages that fall under a main topic, what I could do is just by sliding this slightly to the right, I've created subpages. So now when I go here to this page, you see this arrow that allows me to bundle it up, and it's only going to show the main section. So I utilize this a lot just to be able to limit what I see on my right side. So I have a lot of main pages, and then I have quite a number of subpages depending on the topic. The other thing that you could do is create section groups, and I find this very useful as far as limiting stuff that appears on your notebook. So if you have stuff from previous years or from months or just historical notes or things that you don't really need access to on a daily basis, but you want to be able to access when you need to, instead of creating a section, you would right click on this area right here, and it's going to give you the option for a section or section group. So I'm going to click on section group, and then I can rename this, right? So now this has become a section group. So all that I have to do is just drag any of the sections that I want to go in there, right? So now I have this section that's outside, and in order to access the section group, all that I would have to do is click on that, and then to go back, click on this arrow. Some of the other cool things that you can do within OneNote is create tasks. So you have a number of tags that you can utilize here, and one of the ones that I use on a daily basis is the to-do tag. So typically on my list of tasks to do for the day, I will just use these, these tags. And then you can utilize, a ton of other ones. as you can see here with that little icon on the right too. That's typically for like attendees or things like that. But again, you have quite a lot of different tags, but the one that I utilize the most is just the to do, and then you can access that one just by clicking here as well. Some of the other really cool things that you can do is insert other things, unlike you would be able to do on maybe like Word. So I'm just going to add a page here. I'm going to show you some of the things that you can insert. So as you can see here, you can insert tables. You can also insert different file attachments, spreadsheets, screen clippings. So I'm going to actually show you the screen clipping functionality right now. So let's say that you have a project that you're working on and you want to take a picture in aerial view. So what you would do is that you would just go to Google Maps, and then from within the OneNote, you would click on screen clipping, and then you would just select the area that you want. Now, what this is going to do is that it's going to send that clipping to the page that you opened it from. And the other thing that you can even do is go to the draw section, the draw tab, excuse me, and then you can just start drawing. Like if you want to circle certain areas, you would be able to do that from here as well. You can also insert PDF documents. That's actually one of the things that I do a lot. So some of the documents that I get that are important that I need to keep for further reference, I don't print them. I don't really like to keep any sort of I like to be as paperless as possible. So what I will do, I'll just take the PDF document like I'm doing right here, and then just dropping it on the page. Now what this is going to do, it's going to ask you whether you want to attach the file or do the printout. The file is just going to attach the file, but you're not going to be able to see the contents of it. So what I always do is just do the printout. So as you can see here, it's going to insert the document. So whenever I need access to this, I don't have to go and find the document because it's going to be right here within my notes. So this is just a meal prep, a very simple meal prep guide, which I actually reference a lot. You can also insert pictures, which I also do a lot. So, you know, if I find useful infographics regarding, you know, different things as far as like nutrition or you know, some interesting statistic, I'll paste those infographics in here. I also have a sample Excel document that I'm going to insert. So you can also insert those documents, and I'm going to insert the spreadsheet. And this is just, again, going to give you the contents of that spreadsheet. And yeah, so those are some of the things that I pretty much do on a daily basis. You're able to embed quite a lot of stuff. One of my favorites is actually having the ability to embed YouTube videos. So if I find a YouTube video that is, you know, that I think is very useful for whatever I'm taking notes on or just for my own learning, like this video on how to calendar block your week, all that you have to do is just copy that link, go back to that OneNote, and then paste it from there. And now what it has done, it has properly titled that video as it is on YouTube, and it has created this very nice, it has embedded it into the page in quite a nice way. And you can also view the video right here from within OneNote, as you can see here. However, if I wanted to go back to the source, I would just click on the link up here or on the YouTube place right here. The other thing that you can do, if you have some notes that you want to share with people but they're not using OneNote, or you don't want to share the whole notebook or a section, what you would be able to do is just export that section to PDF to be able to share it. So let me show you how that works. So in this case, again, I'm here in the demo notebook, and I'm in this section. So what I would do is go up here and then just go to export, and it's going to give me several options on how to export that. And here you can see that you can export the page, the section of the notebook. I'm just going to export the page, and I'm going to export it as a PDF. So I'm just going to save it to my desktop, and I'm going to be showing you what that looks like. So here it is right now. We open it, and it's exported. And the nice thing too is that it keeps the hyperlinks. So if it's on this PDF, I can click here and it's gonna allow me to go back to that original source of that video. So anyways, those are just some very those are just some very broad and very basic overview of OneNote notebook, some of the sections, the pages, and some of the things that you can embed. I'm going to be in the next section, I'm going to be covering the web clipper and templates later on, just so that you can get more functionality out of it. Thank you. In this section, I'm going to be showing you a really neat tool that's going to allow you to grab information from the internet and send it directly to your OneNote. And that is going to be the OneNote web clipper, which is right here. And what this does, it allows you to grab articles, screenshots, videos, web pages, and send them to your notes. So let me show you how this works. So all that I have to do is just find the source that I want. So for instance, this article. I just click here and it's going to give me different options, so I can do a full page. What this is going to do, this is going to grab pretty much everything, you know, the header, the ads, if there's ads, the social media links, and all that stuff. I rarely use that. I would much rather just use the article, because that cleans up everything and it just shows me the main content. So I'm going to go ahead and clip that to my OneNote. You can also do that with videos. Like I had showed you previously, you can just copy and paste a link, but you can also do this just by clicking here. It's going to pull up the tab here. And if you just select article, it's just going to give you the video. So I'm going to go ahead and send that as well. But then suppose that you have content that you want to clip, but it's not the whole article. It's just a portion of an article. You know, maybe it's a screenshot or something. So similar to the clipping tool, all that you would have to do is click here and then go to region. And then here I'm just going to select this area. And I'm going to go ahead and clip it. And now that's being sent to my OneNote. The other thing, if you notice, is that you can clip content as a bookmark. So what this does, it just goes to a single page. And it's just pretty much a bookmark. So you wouldn't be able to see the content there, but you would be able to click on the link for it to take you back to the original source. So we're going to go back here. Now all that I'm going to do is let this sync. And as you can see here, the article that I've clipped is in my notes now. The video, as well as that screenshot. So again, that is the OneNote web clipper, and you would just get that at the Chrome store, and that is for the Google Chrome browser. There's also an extension for Firefox and I believe Internet Explorer. Thank you. In this section, I'm going to be showing you how to access templates for OneNote, as well as how to create those. So suppose that you're taking meeting notes or class notes, or something that you do regularly. It would be just easier to create a template as opposed to have to type it out every time. So in order to do that, what you would do is that you would go to the Insert tab up here, and then you would go to Page Templates. And here you can see that I have some of the ones that I've accessed more recently, but if I want to see all of them, I would just click on the Page Templates. And from here I see there's academic, there's blank, there's some for business, decorative, there's planners. So I'm just going to select one of these lecture notes and study questions, and this gives me a nice template that I can utilize to take class notes or or meeting notes as well. But let's say that you want to do 5-minute journaling every day, like I'm trying to do here. So I have this template right here. Well, I haven't really saved it as a template, but I want to save it as a template. So in order for me to do that, I would just be on this page and then go back to the page templates. And then I would go to this section right here where it says Save Current Page as a Template. So I would just write 5-minute journal. And then save it. So that would appear under My Templates. So anytime in the future, if I want to access that, I would just click there, and it would let me access that. So anyways, I think that's one of the features that's not very many people use, at least not anybody that I know. So I hope that you will find that useful. In this quick video, I'm going to be showing you how OneNote functions on mobile phones. So I'm going to go ahead and take you to the OneNote app, as you can see here. And once I open that app, you will be able to see that I'm able to access all of the same notebooks and all the same content that I am able to do on my desktop. So we're going to go ahead and open this demo notebook, which is the one that I had initially created. And we're going to go to this section. And here you can see that I have the article that I had originally clipped, the image, and then even the YouTube video. And then in order to take notes from the mobile app, all that you would have to do is click on the plus page portion right here, and that would open up a new page for you to take notes on. But another thing that I wanted to show you is an app called Office Lens, which is also a Microsoft product that pairs up with OneNote, and this allows you to capture things and then send them to your notes. So as you can see here at the bottom, as I scroll, I have different options. I can just take a photo, I can scan a business card, a document, or a whiteboard. One of my favorite functions is the business card. I'm not going to be showing that today, but that would allow you to take a picture of a business card. It would trim all the space around it, and then it would lay it out in nice notes for you to be able to view with all the contact information. I'm going to be showing you the document function today. So I have this fake written note here. And all that I'm going to be doing is just taking a picture of it. And you will notice that here, it actually didn't take away all of the background, but that's an easy fix. So all that I would have to do is just go here on, I would just click here on the crop option. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then let's crop that. And then now I just have this pretty nice square of the index card. I'm going to click on the check mark, and then from here I can select where to send it. If you want to change where you want to send it within the OneNote, you would just click on this area right here. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then we're going to select the demo notebook. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then send it to my clip section. Go ahead and save. And then here you can see some of the things that I've scanned previously. But let's go back to the OneNote. So if I go to the clip section, and then just, I'm going to let this sync for a second. You can notice here that the notes that I just took, that I just captured, are there. So anyways, that's another way you utilize to get the most out of OneNote is by utilizing the OneNote app, or also pairing it with the Office Lens app. So in this very last section, I'm just going to go over some of creative ways that you may not have thought of to use OneNote. Like I said, OneNote is really work agnostic. You can pretty much use it for anything that you do. And like I said, I use it in pretty much every area of my life. And I just want, again, to show you some other ways that you can use it, such as keeping recipes. So that's one thing that I do. I clip a lot of recipes, like you can see here, and send them to a OneNote notebook. You can also keep a catalog of checklists, such as for travel or for other processes that you do consistently. Save your software license keys. This is one of the things that I do. I send all my software license keys for safe storage to OneNote. A picture of your perfect haircut. That's one of the things that I do as well. Not right now, but in the past I've had a picture of my haircut, just how I liked it, so that when I would go get a haircut, I could just show that a stylist. Lock combinations, so that you don't forget them. Important tax information, useful infographics, for meal prep, laundry instructions. I don't remember what all of these symbols mean ever. So what I do, I just have this infographic saved here, and that way if I have any doubts, I can just look it up. A car accident checklist to make sure that you get the proper information that you need if you get into a car accident, such as the insurance information, the license plates, take pictures, all of that stuff. You can also keep the scans of your prescription medications of the label, so that if you ever need that information, your work history, your address history, all that kind of stuff. Another pretty neat one is to use it for home renovating planning. right? So save annotated images with the measurements that you need to know. Scans of takeout menus so that you don't just keep them around. Again, I like to be as paperless as possible, so I just have scans of takeout menus. And then finally, printer ink information so that you know exactly what print and what ink you need, and you're not scrambling to get that information when you need it. Anyway, so those are just some creative ways. There is a lot more, but that pretty much concludes this video. Please do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to help you with OneNote or with any other tools that you may want to know about. Thank you.